I really knew just lately with this Lose 12 Inches in 12 Workouts program that I really put together that I've been using for, 10 years. The last 2 years I've really gotten some incredible results. And it's really worked on these people. And psychologically I didn't know where these other people really were because I didn't know them. They were complete strangers off the street. And I always said, if I'm going to do this journey and if I'm really going to go change the world and change lives out there of people who are really trying to achieve what they want to achieve as far as their health and fitness, I always said, let me find literally the toughest of the toughest client you could ever imagine out there. Someone who's, never worked out. Those are one of the best people. And I said, I think if I can't, with this journey, with what I'm trying to do and change literally the world and be the guy who brought the system along that changed more lives in the fitness industry, health and fitness, than any other man that walked the planet, I always knew that, if I can't start with my family first and help them, this program pretty much sucks. And just lately, all of a sudden, my dad got pneumonia in his lungs. He was in the hospital, and it was a pretty good scare. And he's spent his whole life, just being a cowboy. That's where my deep-rooted cowboy came from. And to Dad, his whole life, he never understood why we were always going to the gym and working out, because he was physically doing the workouts on the ranch. And as he gotten older, he realized that, man, I can't do the things that I used to be able to do, and I don't have the strength, I don't have the stamina like I was when I was in my 30s and 40s. And after he got this pneumonia in his lungs, it was a pretty good scare for the whole family. And, boy, I tell you what, I got a hold of him and said, Dad, I got this program, it's amazing, I really want you to do it and try it. And at first he was like, well, I'm not sure. I think he said, what'd you say, am I too old?
Yeah. A little bit late to start working out,
Yeah, a little bit too late to start working out. And that's what a lot of people think. And it never is too late. And he come down here to visit me. He's been staying with me. And it's a simple system. It really is. And I'll never forget, after, I think, the first workout, he said, is that it? We're done? And I'm like... yeah, we are done. What was you expecting? What did you want? And he was like, well, I just thought, in football and wrestling,
Well, we're unloading the semi 300 bales. Well, that's what I'm used to. And then we do this workout. Well, what the heck? It's a piece of cake.
He just always thought that working out in the gym was like football or wrestling practice, to where you just had to kill yourself. And man, it had to be 2-hour workouts and strenuous, and you just wanted to die, right?
Well, yeah, basically.
That was basically the mindset. And that's where a lot of people are. They think the mindset to get in shape really is, it's just got to be so strenuous and I got to hate it. And you know what? We've already done what? Week 1?
Mm-hmm. I don't cough. I don't wheeze. I don't gasp. Used to be you could hear me coming 50 feet away because you could hear me breathing.
Yeah.
It's just
amazing.
It's a miracle, and I'm really excited about it, because that's one of the things I think they had me down and made me drink. Is I says, well, I better live it up, because I ain't gonna be here much longer.
Absolutely.
I feel like a new person. I really do. I got a long ways to go, but I feel like a new person. And
so, as far as your stuff that you're doing on the ranch, he's been a 4th generation rancher, and I'm telling you what, folks. This guy right here, he is the legend. He is John Wayne. I mean, what he's done his whole life, there is not many people who are able to do. He is one of the last standing real cattle ranches, not only in the world, but in Montana where we're at. One of the last of the last. The biggest ranches have all either been, banks took them over, or... investors came in and bought the ranch and developed it. And he's one of those guys that's the true blue cowboy that's left in the industry. And that is what he is so proud of. And when he came down here, he said, Ryan, I'm concerned about my health and I want to get that in shape. But then we talked about, well, what's your life like? What's your dreams like? What do you want to accomplish? And then just hanging on to the very rope, the end of the rope, afraid to put it down and doesn't want to let it go and thinks that his dreams are about ready to end. And you know what? He's all of a sudden realized, he told me today, what did you say you want to open up in Montana?
A fitness gym. I want to buy a franchise.
That's what I'm talking about. If you could take a 4th generation cattle rancher who's never worked out a day in his life, 1 week here, and he sees the benefits and how it's changed his life and changed everyone around it, and now he's going, holy man, I want to be a part of this. And that's what I'm getting at. America is in a point where we're ready for change. It's time for change. And if we don't act and take massive action now, we're missing the boat. Wouldn't you say?
I would say most definitely. And this has been a real eye-opener. It really has.
Absolutely. And again, to follow up with my lose 12 inches in 12 workouts, I've really known I've had something. But the test of the test was to watch him, see where he's at, and see where he's going to go. So with that said, I'm so excited and so grateful to and honored to literally have you here, because now, you growing up, you always want to make your dad proud, and that's what I've done my whole life. Always try to make him proud, and he's always looked on the outside of my gyms and what I'm doing. Yeah, son, I'm proud of you, but now he really can be proud of me, and the best part is, I am so proud of him to be able to see that he's walking the walk. This isn't about me now. This is bigger than me. And when I gave up rodeo, and he saw how passionate I was about rodeo, and I diverted that passion into something that could really change other people's lives, we're going. You know where we're going. Where are we going?
We're going to the top.
Straight to the top. Woo!